Listen, I know I'm a little late to the party on this one, but I waited for a reason. And that reason is to be told later. Not because I was developing the entire first season of Game Grind, but because I was waiting to release this footage for the right time, because I knew that Activision would do this to such a beloved game. Good morning, YouTubula! My name is NoNoNoah, and welcome back to Game Grind, the only show on the internet that does the grinding for you. And yes, today we are going to be talking about the great, lovely, remastered Crash Team Racing Nitro Kart. Remastered from CTR and CTR Nitro Fueled. No, Nitro Kart. The game's called Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. The old game was called Crash Team Racing Nitro Kart, but you know that, I'm a human, leave me alone. If you guys have no clue what I'm talking about, or if your autoplay is on and you just happen to get this video, this is a video on the wonderfully and beautifully remastered Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. About said Nitro Kart, but that one's down there! Obviously, this game came out a very long time ago, but as with all of my videos, I plan on talking about all aspects, including the story. So, spoilers ahead if you don't want your Crash Nitro Kart experience spoiled. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to bail on this video, or it's your fault. Until then, enjoy this cat. Okay, now it's your fault. Let's drive right in to Crash. Let's just start by taking a long look at the adventure mode. Ultimately, this mode is a retexture of the old CTR's adventure mode, only now you have the option to play as a different character and customize your kart the way you see fit. If you don't want any of that, then you can play the classic mode and get all the same unlockables as you progress with no judgment by the game at all. And thank God Aku Aku doesn't look like a fucking plank with just lockjaw! Alright, but what's the story, Noah? Well, I'll tell you. A nasty green alien named Nitrous Oxide comes to Earth to show everyone he has the fastest dick on wheels, and poses a challenge to the inhabitants of Earth. If he wins, he blows up Earth. If he loses, he goes home a sniveling bitch with a different view on his dick on wheels. Flash forward to the levels, you beat 4 races earning first, and then a boss, who usually has a niche that helps them win. Ripperoo drops TNT crates behind him slowly, Papu Papu drops beakers, Komodo Joe throws TNT at a much faster pace, and Pinstripe throws bombs behind him. All this leads up to a race against Nitrous, who upon losing quickly runs back to his ship and says, "Gather all the things and I want a rematch." After you beat the stage's boss, you then have all the races unlocked again to you, so you can do the CTR token challenge, the relic challenge, and there's also a bonus purple CTR challenge that exists in a crystal grab form, which is a game that you can play in the arenas later on in the game, or actually outside of the adventure mode, which is pretty cool. CTR is a classic mode. Find all the letters and get first to win a colored CTR token. Grab all the tokens of the same color to unlock the color's gem circuit, and upon winning all gem cups, a bonus level unlocks for you to get your last time relic. And my god, some of the time relics seem impossible. The very basic Sapphire level seems easy enough on most stages, but pin that to a Platinum relic? You would have to be drifting the whole race, which is hard enough as it is! After every CTR token is collected and all the relics, or at least the Sapphire ones, are in your nice collectible sack, you race Nitrous again in about the same way, and he is just a bit faster the second time. Then he promptly fucks off, and the end simmers in. And check out some of the end credit, like, little bitty text blips. Some of them are really funny about what they do with characters at the very end of the race. It's so funny. Like I said earlier, this is a remaster of CTR on PlayStation and CTR Nitro Kart on PlayStation 2 and Xbox. So, personally, I think these games were great back then. Honestly, I think I would have went with Nitro Kart's story. It has a little bit more to it, and I think it was a little more interesting. The characters in it are a little bit more interesting. However, they're not as the classic ones that we know and love today. But who cares? Because all those maps and all those tracks are actually still in the game. They just exist in the multiplayer function and not in the adventure mode. But that is enough of the adventure mode. Let's talk about actual gameplay. What does this game do? Amazing. Simply put, addictive, fun. I can pick it up and play with my girlfriend whenever we're bored. great controls, and it never feels like I'm sliding anywhere on the screen like some of the other kart racers I play do. It was just nice to enjoy playing a game through its story with only slight amounts of stress in some parts. Mostly the fucking time relics! Nitro Fueled seems balanced, despite not adding in any new weapons outside the originals. You've got the bowling bomb that gives you the oh-so-nostalgic sound, missiles that are super satisfying to hit others with, TNT to block others, speed boost, which is a self-explanatory one, beakers, another kart obstacle, a masked friend to give you invulnerability similar to a star in Mario Kart, and the blue orb! All hail the blue orb! It zips to first, hitting everyone in its path, simple but effective, and that's what I like! Listen, I'm a simple man. I don't need a fleshlight, I just need a sock and some jam and I'm good, man. That's all I need. That isn't even to mention the pocket watch that slows down time and hinders all the other players, and the shield that you can block shots with, or shoot at your enemies if you see fit. All the bosses seem well thought out but easy, as long as you keep in front of them, which can be a challenge when bombs are being thrown at you so often that you'd rather fly off the fucking track than get hit by another. You can even collect 10 Wumpa Fruits throughout the race to make your kart go faster, beef up your throwables like turning TNT into Nitro, so when these idiots run into them they explode immediately rather than having a few seconds to hop that damn bitch off like the original. There's even classic Nitro Kart stages completely remastered, not even in the adventure mode alone. You'll only be able to play them in multiplayer and in the online portions of the game, so it's so damn well done. All these elements come together beautifully to make one of the greatest kart racers I've ever actually played in my entire life. Not to mention, we haven't even covered one of the most difficult parts of this and makes it the most skillful kart racer I've ever played, the drifting itself. Drifting took a bit to get used to. So when you drift, you hold down one of your triggers, L1 or R1, and a meter will fill up at the bottom of your screen. When it reaches a certain point, you push the opposite trigger that you're holding to get a small boost. Do this successfully 3 times, and you get a much longer boost based on how well you time all your trigger presses. And damn, do they help out a lot. I have played so many rounds of this game online, and I can tell you right now, if you do not know how to drift in this game, you will be beaten by minutes, not seconds, not like 30 seconds, not by people who have like boosts and just got lucky with their rolls. No, people can drift so damn hard in this game. It is ridiculous. I was being beaten by minutes. Like, first place got a minute 30 while I came in at 3 minutes. It's insane. Literally. Insane. The drifting requires so much of your focus, so much of your concentration. If you can pull it off, you are one of the greatest ever to race ever. You can put a crown on top of your head, but if you can't beat anybody else in the race, it's fine. But if you don't want to look at the very corner of the screen to watch that gauge fill up, there are other indicators. You can turn on something called training wheels, where your wheels will glow when it's the perfect time to hit that other button. You can watch for the black smoke coming out of the back of your cart. There are so many other, well, not so many, there are 3 other ways that you can see. You don't just have to look at that gauge, which I think is a really cool touch, and it really keeps you focused in on what you're driving towards, what you're driving at, and what you need to avoid, like a big rolling bomb coming out of someone's ass. There is so much damn detail in every aspect of the game, from drifting, how amazing the levels look, the animations from the characters, sound effects. They even had audience members throughout the tracks that are from the Insane trilogy. Everything presented is so damn polished and clean. Sure, the frame rate can drop occasionally, but I don't care about rates and refreshes when my game looks this goddamn good! Now, Noah, why did you wait to tell us about this great game that you clearly recommend to us? Well, it's because I knew Activision was behind it. And like all things Activision touches, it has to milk it until there's nothing left to milk out of it. And of course I mean microtransactions that they just so happen to conveniently add after the 2nd season. So after every race, activity, battle mode, relic race, whatever you play, you get rewarded Wumpa coins, an in-game currency that allows you to unlock characters, cards, stickers, decals, you name it. As soon as I saw how the storefront, or pit shop as they call it, was set up, I knew I had to hide my thoughts in the shadows on this game for now. But I can't hide it anymore, because it happened. Sadly, it happened. After the completion of the first Grand Prix event, which was about a month after the game release, Activision announced microtransactions, plus jacked up the pricing of all their in-game content right after the reviews were set. The Grand Prix had closed, and everyone was addicted to the game. Activision put forth microtransactions of $10 at the highest. So instead of playing the game and unlocking everything you can, $20 on top of your $40 can get you the same shit that I have worked up 40 plus hours of my life into the game. Why the fuck is that fair? I worked hard, and now everyone will think that I just bought it, and that's what everyone else will think too. It's just defeating. Activision did the same exact thing in Black Ops 3 after its first season, its first online season. And it's ridiculous that they need to milk so many different games for... The audience for this is kids and nostalgia slaves like myself. So, after paying for a game that has already been released, they just retouched it up, for $40, why do they deem it necessary to pump more money out of us for cosmetics? When before, you could just unlock these cosmetics through playing the game naturally. And it made me want to keep playing the game, but as soon as they announced microtransactions, I lost all interest in continuing to play because you get this weird mentality that each cosmetic that you earn or that you see other people earn online, you now don't have, wow, I don't know how to get that. How did they do that? They must have had a really good roll. They must have had something done. They must have had enough Wumpa coins when that came out. Something, they earned it. They earned that. And now each time I see someone in a really cool skin, I just think, okay, they obviously must have bought it because there's no way any humanly possible could grind up that many coins to get that. It's just sad. I truly do recommend this game to you guys. If you guys like kart racers, this is definitely one of the best things ever. And it's under $60, which is even better. But just avoid the store and know to avoid the store because Activision is just going to pump this until enough backlash is hit. And even then, they probably won't retract what they were doing. So just buy the game, but don't buy into what they're doing. Play the game naturally, love the game naturally, get as many Wumpa coins as you can, but they're jacking up the prices. It's ridiculous. And I think the most you can get is $10 worth, I think, and it gets you 10,000 Wumpa coins or something. But that's ridiculous because now they have some pack or something that costs 10,000 Wumpa coins. It's absurd. It's the worst ever because beforehand, the only thing that cost so much, it was actually there was a pack that was 7,200 Wumpa coins. It came with 2 skins, a character, and I think like a color for a cart. That was fine. That was 7,000. This new one comes with a cart, a character skin, and a decal. That is ridiculous and so stupid. It's just downright stealing. It's truly CTR Nitro Field is one of the greatest visually stimulating games I've ever played. One of the most hardcore experiences when you get online and leads to some of the most butt-clenching finishes I've ever taken part of. But with this cash cow microsystem bullshit in play, I just can't keep playing it. I truly do recommend it to you. It is a great game, but Activision has ruined this for a lot of people, and a lot of people have expressed their opinions about this game, but for now, I can recommend it to you, just not in such a way that it gives me satisfaction. Before all this microtransaction bullshit, I would have held the game out in my hands and let you borrow it from me. That's how much I would have wanted you to play it. But now it's just this cash cow greedy society, and it's ridiculous. Not to mention, these bitches still got more seasons planned, which means they're going to keep going until they have enough money to pump out the next season, which they promised me some Spyro fucking racers, and now I have to pay for those Spyro racers, and I'm goddamn upset about that. I want to be Ripto behind a goddamn cart, shooting missiles out of my fucking long pointy staff while I scream obscenities, and I can't do that now with any satisfaction because these fuckers are making me pay more money. $10. $10 for 10,000 Wumpa coins. That is a third of what I paid for the fucking game. That is ridiculous. Sorry, I got a little bit more heated about this, but God, it's so greedy. It's ridiculous. The only thing that I think is warranted from a microtransaction in this game is DLC. I would absolutely love and pay for a addition to the adventure mode through what Nitro Kart story was, just because I love that story a little bit more than I loved CTR's original Nitro story. It's a little bit more complex, and I like the characters a lot more in that one. But that is the only thing that I could see microtransactions even being revolved around this game. It's ridiculous. The Wampa coin system was perfectly fine before they fucked this up, and now they fucked it up and they've jacked up the prices. What they've done is they've introduced a currency, and in the first month of the game being out, they have increased the value of said currency because they want to make more money, and that's ridiculous. It's just not okay. But that is going to do it for this episode. I'm sorry I kind of got off on a rant there at the end, but this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this game down in the comments below. Make sure you go visit my Patreon page because it helps me create great content like this, and it keeps sandwiches in my stomach, which is a pretty big necessity because I'm kind of fat. But regardless, any support you guys give me is great, and I know that I am truly appreciative of it. Make sure you check out the Cutscene Cinema. It's going to drop today as well. It'll have all the cutscenes and some edits that I did from this game while I was making production of this video. Check that out. It's going to be cool. I hope you like it. If not, thank you again for watching, and I will see all you no bros later.